With age, it's natural for the body to change. Most people do not live much beyond 80 years old. This is due to several factors, including how our bodies age, the world around us, and our habits. As we get older, our cells and bodies become weaker, making it harder for them to repair themselves. Long-term illnesses, like heart problems and diabetes, also make our health worse. When our minds and bodies become less strong, it's harder to handle stress and get better from sickness. These connected problems make it difficult for older people to stay healthy and live independently after they turn 80. One key reason is how our bodies age at a basic level. As we age, the cells in our bodies change, and their ability to work well goes down. This aging of cells is influenced by our genes and the things we are exposed to in life, but it is mostly something that happens to everyone. One idea about aging involves structures at the end of our chromosomes called telomeres. These telomeres are like protective caps that get shorter each time a cell divides. Over time, if telomeres get too short, cells can no longer divide properly. This leads to cells becoming old and inactive or even dying off. This process makes our tissues and organs work less well, making us more likely to get sick. However, telomere shortening is not the only thing happening. Another important part of aging is the buildup of damage to our DNA over our lives. Our cells are constantly exposed to things like sunlight, harmful substances, and waste products from our bodies. These things can damage our DNA. If this damage is not fixed properly, it can lead to changes in our cells and stop them from working as they should. Our bodies become less able to repair DNA as we age. This increases the chance of getting cancer and other diseases related to getting older. For example, DNA damage in skin cells can cause skin cancer, while damage in other parts of the body can lead to organs not working correctly. Also, the parts of our cells that produce energy, called mitochondria, become less efficient as we age. This means they make less energy, and there is more stress on the cells. This decline in energy production contributes to weaker muscles, less stamina, and feeling frail, which are common as people get older. Problems with mitochondria are also linked to brain diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's because brain cells need a lot of energy to work properly. Another important factor in aging is that our stem cells don't work as well as they used to. Stem cells are special cells that can turn into other types of cells and help repair damage. But as we age, we have fewer stem cells, and they don't work as well. This makes it harder for our bodies to fix themselves. This is especially noticeable in tissues that renew themselves quickly, like skin, blood, and the lining of our intestines. For example, older people often heal more slowly from wounds and have a harder time recovering from injuries or illnesses. The combined effect of all these biological changes is that our bodies gradually become less able to stay in balance. Organs like the heart, kidneys, and liver don't work as efficiently, and our immune system becomes weaker. This makes older adults more likely to get infections and diseases. By the time people reach their 80s, these biological changes have often become quite advanced, increasing the risk of death. Another major reason people often don't live much beyond 80 is the increasing problem of long-term illnesses. These chronic diseases are a main cause of death in older adults, and they become much more common as people age. By the time people are in their 80s, many are dealing with several of these conditions at the same time. This can greatly affect how well they live and how long they live. Some of the most common chronic diseases in this age group include heart problems, diabetes, cancer, and brain disorders like Alzheimer's disease. Heart disease is a very significant cause of death in older adults. As we age, our blood vessels become less flexible, and fatty deposits can build up in our arteries, a condition called atherosclerosis. These changes increase the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and heart failure. Even with good medical care, the damage to the heart and blood vessels that has built up over many years can become too severe to overcome at a very old age. For example, high blood pressure is common in older adults and can lead to heart disease, kidney problems, and stroke if it is not well managed. Diabetes is another chronic condition that becomes more common with age. Type 2 diabetes, in particular, involves the body not using insulin properly, which leads to high blood sugar. This can cause problems like kidney failure, nerve damage, and heart issues. Managing diabetes becomes harder as the body's ability to control blood sugar declines, and having other chronic conditions can make treatment more complicated. For example, older adults with diabetes are more likely to experience low blood sugar due to changes in their body's processes and how medications interact. The risk of cancer also goes up as we age. This is because of the buildup of changes in our genes and the fact that our immune system becomes less able to find and get rid of abnormal cells. Older adults are more likely to be diagnosed with cancers like prostate, breast, lung, and colon cancer. While treatments like chemotherapy and radiation can be helpful, they are often harder for older people to handle because their bodies are weaker. Also, having other chronic conditions can limit the treatment options and increase the risk of complications. Brain diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's are particularly hard for older adults. These conditions cause a gradual loss of thinking and movement abilities, greatly reducing independence and quality of life. Alzheimer's disease, for example, is the most common cause of dementia and involves the buildup of abnormal proteins in the brain. As the disease gets worse, people lose the ability to do simple tasks, communicate, and recognize their loved ones. These diseases are often fatal within a few years after they are diagnosed, and they take a big emotional and physical toll on both the person with the illness and their families. Having multiple chronic diseases at the same time, known as multimorbidity, is a major challenge for older adults. Managing several conditions often means taking many different medications, going to frequent doctor's appointments, and making changes to their lifestyle. The burden of dealing with multiple illnesses can lead to a decline in overall health and make it harder to recover from new illnesses or injuries, ultimately shortening lifespan. For example, an older person with diabetes, heart disease, and arthritis might find it difficult to manage their medications, eat a healthy diet, and stay physically active, leading to a worsening of their health. As people age, their ability to bounce back from physical and mental difficulties decreases. This reduced resilience is a key reason why many older individuals do not live much longer after the age of 80. Physical resilience refers to the body's capacity to withstand and recover from physical challenges like illness, injury, or surgery. Mental resilience involves the ability to cope with emotional and psychological stresses, such as the loss of a loved one or changes in living situations. One of the most noticeable signs of declining physical resilience is frailty. Frailty is a condition characterized by weakness, tiredness, weight loss, and reduced physical activity. It is linked to a higher risk of falls, fractures, and needing to be hospitalized. Frail older adults are less able to recover from illnesses or injuries, and even minor health problems can have serious consequences. For example, a simple fall that results in a broken hip can lead to complications like pneumonia or blood clots, which can be life-threatening for someone in their 80s. The loss of muscle mass and strength, known as sarcopenia, is another factor that contributes to reduced physical resilience. Sarcopenia can start as early as the 30s but tends to speed up after the age of 60. By the time individuals reach their 80s, they may have lost a significant amount of muscle, making it difficult to perform everyday activities like walking, climbing stairs, or even getting out of a chair. This loss of mobility increases the risk of falls and reduces independence, further affecting quality of life. Mental resilience also tends to decline with age, partly due to changes in the brain structure and function. Older adults are more susceptible to cognitive decline, which can range from minor memory issues to severe dementia. Cognitive decline affects decision-making, problem-solving, and the ability to manage complex tasks such as taking medications or handling finances. This decline can lead to increased dependence on caregivers and a reduced ability to deal with the challenges of aging. Emotional resilience is also very important as older adults often face significant life changes, such as the death of a spouse, retirement, or moving to assisted living. These transitions can lead to feelings of loneliness, depression, and anxiety, which can further impact physical health. For example, depression has been linked to an increased risk of heart disease and a weaker immune system, both of which can shorten lifespan. The interaction between declining physical and mental resilience can create a negative cycle. Physical health problems can make mental health issues worse, and vice versa. For example, an older adult with ongoing pain might become depressed, leading to less physical activity and a further decline in health. This cycle makes it increasingly difficult for older adults to maintain their health and independence, ultimately contributing to a shorter lifespan. While the three main reasons discussed above are very important for shorter lifespans after 80, there are other factors that can also play a role. These include feeling isolated, not getting enough nutrition, and taking many different medications. Social isolation is a growing concern for older adults, especially those over 80. As people age, they are more likely to lose friends and family, leading to a smaller social circle. Being socially isolated has been linked to several negative health outcomes, including depression, cognitive decline, and a higher risk of death. Older adults who are isolated are also less likely to engage in healthy behaviors like regular exercise or seeking medical care, which can worsen their health issues. Nutritional deficiencies are another common problem among older adults. As people age, their bodies may not absorb nutrients from food as well, and they might have a smaller appetite or have trouble preparing meals. This can lead to not getting enough important nutrients like vitamin D, calcium, and B vitamins, which are needed for healthy bones, a strong immune system, and good brain function. Poor nutrition can also contribute to frailty and a weakened immune system, making older adults more likely to get infections and diseases. Polypharmacy, or taking many different medications, is a significant issue for older adults, particularly those with multiple chronic conditions. While medications can be life-saving, taking many different drugs at the same time increases the risk of harmful drug interactions, side effects, and medication errors. Older adults are also more likely to have changes in how their bodies process drugs, making them more sensitive to the effects of certain medications. Taking many medications can lead to various problems, including falls, confusion, and needing to be hospitalized, all of which can shorten lifespan. Even though aging presents significant challenges, there are steps that can be taken to promote healthy aging and potentially live longer. These include adopting a healthy lifestyle, staying socially connected, and managing chronic conditions effectively. Adopting a healthy lifestyle is one of the most effective ways to promote healthy aging. This includes eating a balanced diet with plenty of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and lean proteins, as well as getting regular physical activity. Exercise has been shown to improve heart health, maintain muscle mass, and reduce the risk of chronic diseases. Additionally, avoiding smoking and drinking too much alcohol can help lower the risk of cancer, heart disease, and other age-related conditions. Staying socially engaged is also very important for maintaining mental and emotional health. Older adults should make an effort to stay in touch with friends and family, participate in community activities, and look for new social opportunities. Social engagement has been shown to reduce the risk of depression, cognitive decline, and death, making it an important part of healthy aging. Managing chronic conditions effectively is another key strategy for promoting healthy aging. This includes working closely with doctors to create a complete treatment plan, taking medications as prescribed, and making necessary lifestyle changes. Regular medical checkups and screenings can also help find and manage health issues early, before they become more serious. In conclusion, while some people are fortunate to live long and healthy lives well past 80, most older adults face significant challenges that limit how long they live. Biological aging, the increasing burden of chronic diseases, and the decline in mental and physical strength are three key factors that contribute to this. Understanding these factors can help us develop strategies to improve the quality of life for older adults and potentially extend their lifespan. However, it is also important to remember that aging is a natural process, and the focus should be on promoting healthy aging rather than just trying to live longer. By addressing these challenges through medical advancements, lifestyle changes, and social support, we can help older adults live fuller, more vibrant lives in their later years.